I was wanting to give you a little bit of a tip on the delivery. There's so many misconceptions basically on how your rope goes in there and how your hand is when it actually is doing it. And gosh, it's really pretty simple. Actually, I owe a lot of this to Leo Camarillo, because I went to his school when I was 13 years old, and I really haven't changed much since some of the main principles of what he showed me in delivering a rope. He used it for 40 years and was successful, and I've used it for 40 years now, successful. So I guess you'd say it's a tried and proven principle. But what it is like when you're taking your loop from here to here with your hand, so many of us are wanting to anticipate and sit back and lift that slack up and go to the horn for a good reason, because we're wanting to get dallied and not miss our dally. But one thing you have to be really careful of is when you're taking your last swing and going into your delivery, when I'm keeping this little finger down here like this, that's keeping the bottom of my rope down. And if I'll keep my hand in this position longer and let my horse get all into his stop as I'm doing it, well, then I can keep that bottom strand really low to the ground, and it'll just sweep across the top of the ground, but it'll stay really, really low. So that keeps me from not ever missing the right leg, or rarely ever missing the right leg. You see so many people catching the inside leg, and one answer to it, a lot of the teachers are saying drive that loop down, which I don't like doing that. I want my tip to come all the way through. So instead of driving it down, what keeps my bottom down and catching that right leg consistent is just keeping this hand in this position before I roll my hand over to pick my slack up. And that's something you can work on the sawhorse a lot, is delivering and staying into what I call position one, and let that tip come around, and then go ahead and roll that hand over and get your slack to pull your slack and go to the horn. But turning your hand over has nothing to do with your actual delivery. Delivery is right here with your thumb up and your little finger down, like shaking hands, and then rolling your hand over is and getting your slacks is what you do when you're going to the horn.